Thank you for joining us. This forum is sponsored by the Institute for Public Policy and Social Research and would not have come together if it weren't for the W.K. Kellogg Foundation in Battle Creek. So we definitely want to give a shout out, as they say, to the Kellogg Foundation. They've been so supportive of our forums this fall. And all of our forums have been about supporting families and supporting children in their growth cycle. So today we're going to be talking about curbing vaccinations. And the title of the forum is just that. Curbing vaccination waivers. Sorry. Everyone, I got your attention. There you go. Curbing vaccination waivers. So we're all clear on what the topic is. This is the last of our fall forums. Our next forum will be January 10th, and it's going to be on voter redistricting. Voter redistricting, I got that one right. So again, this forum is focused on policy, just as all of our policy forums are. This one is more about policy than it ever has been before. It's not about the science. Michigan is one of only 18 states out of 50, allowing parents to withhold childhood vaccinations due to non-medical reasons or both religious and philosophical beliefs. So in an effort to decrease waivers, a law was passed requiring parents seeking a vaccination waiver to submit a written statement to their child's school that indicates the reason for opting out. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and our panelists are going to fill in the blanks. But I wanted to point out, and I've seen Dr. Vopel here a few times during our forums. I just wanted to point him out. Dr. Hank Vopel, there you go. Thank you for being here. Dr. Vopel, Representative Vopel, is the chair of the Health Policy Committee in the House of Representatives for the state of Michigan. So thank you for being here today and taking the voice of our panelists, the expertise of our panelists back to your committee. Good to have you. I had mentioned that today's panelists' discussants will provide more information on the vaccination waiver law and the related policies. It's important to me and the rest of our audience here to reiterate that our forum series is focused on policy, and this one is no exception. So our experts are focused on policy. They are not scientists. They are educators and administrators, and are sharing their time with us today. So it's no way a debate format. It's not a forum about the science. Today's clearly focused on the waiver law. So here's the format. We have put this process together to make the most of your time and the most of our panelists. I'm going to introduce the panelists in the order of their remarks. We'll hold off on our discussion, Q&A, until after all the panelists have had their time at the podium. They'll each have up to 15 minutes, although they may take a little less than that amount of time. We'll see. Following their remarks, I'll come to your side of the microphone or the podium with the microphone, and we'll go about the audience and have question and answers, hopefully. It's important that you have that microphone. Now, I'm going to put it right in your face if you have a question, because we're taping the forum today. And in order for the videotape to pick up on your voice, your question, or your comment, you're going to have to speak into the microphone. Okay, the videotape will be used to play on YouTube and also on public television. So we like to take the information shared here outside of the room. All right, and the only other thing I'll say before we begin our policy discussion is when you do have comments or questions, I'd ask you to keep them brief so that we can provide as many turns at sharing information as we can fit into this time frame. So now for our policy discussion. We're thankful to have the expertise of Bob Swanson. Mr. Swanson is the State Director for the Division of Immunization here for the state with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. He's been working in the area of immunization for 29 years, beginning as a field representative for the department. He'll provide an overview of Michigan's policy for vaccination waivers. Dr. Connor Warren will follow him and will provide the perspective of the vaccination provider and their experience in the community. She's an assistant professor in nursing and life sciences at Michigan State University. Her research, as well as her practical experience as a pediatric nurse practitioner, has been focused on health risk behaviors among children and teens. She's currently working in the Detroit area at the MSU Popoff Family Medicine Center. This is MSU's first clinic outside of the Lansing region, and it serves from newborn to geriatric patients. Dr. Mark Navin will then speak to the ethical sides of vaccination and policy. Dr. Navin is associate professor in the Department of Philosophy at Oakland University. We have some Oakland representatives here, representatives of their health department. His interest is in social and political philosophy, and his current research is centered on the issues surrounding the decision of parents not to vaccinate their children. Following Dr. Navin is Terry Adams. Ms. Adams is a section manager with the Division of Immunizations in the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. She has extensive background in immunization that includes 27 years as a public health nurse, and her current role includes responsibility for coordinating vaccination programs as well as community education. Ms. Adams will tell us about the state of Michigan's iVaccinate.org education campaign and its impact on Michigan's record for vaccinations. Have you heard of the iVaccinate.org campaign? Raise your hand. A lot of shaking heads. Excellent. Thank you. Let's begin with Mr. Swanson.